All right, it's recording at least. Okay, so all right, what are we talking about again? No, we're talking about. Let me look at what we said so I make sure I'm on the same page as what I told you. Okay, yeah, okay, all right. So, hey everybody, this is Brian from BMA Comics Con, and I'm joined today by my friend I'm sorry, hold on.
You can just call me King, man.
Yeah, just King. My bad.
And you have to put the first one in there. Definitely. That was a funny one. You have to put it back.
Maybe I'll do some bloopers at the end. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's
Matter of
go
fact,
back. The
I'll just let you
other
introduce yourself. All right.
man.
All right. So I'm gonna start this over. Hopefully, it doesn't take me too many times. All right.
You should get high, man.
I know that's those who know me say it's not necessary.
Yeah. Okay, man. Let's go. In three, two, one.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian from BMA Comics Con, and I'm joined today by King. King, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, man. It's your boy Abdul King. And I'm from Comics Legion, local, back in the motherland, Africa, man. It's an honor to be here, man. I'm
I'm
high as fuck.
sorry.
I'm high as
Why are you laughing?
fuck,
All right. But I mean, that was good. Matter of fact, I want to do it one more time. If and I'm
okay,
just gonna roll with it. If we laughing and
okay, okay.
cutting up, it really doesn't matter. But
We're here to have fun, man.
yeah, so that's cool.
That's
That's
the
cool.
whole point, man.
Yeah. All right. So this is the last one. I'm waving my
Okay,
hands to tell myself when I'm editing. Start here. Okay.
okay.
Hey,
Three.
three, two, one. Hey everybody, I'm Brian from BMA Comics Con, and I'm joined today with King. King, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yo, man, it's your boy King from Morocco, back in the motherland, Africa. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, man.
Yes, thank you for joining me. And what we're going to talk about today is the future of the DCEU, because the way we see it is, all right, so far we have in the DCEU Man of Steel, Justice League, Suicide Squad. All three of those seem like they're going out. Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Suicide Squad, because the new Suicide Squad movie seems like it's not gonna tie with the first one. It almost seems like it's a reboot. So those three don't even count. Then Wonder Woman, which was a great movie, the sequel to Wonder Woman is not a direct sequel to it. So while the events happened, it's not going to be based off of the events of the first movie. So really and truly, the way that I see it is Aquaman is really the only movie that the DCEU going forward is going to build strongly off of. That and Shazam coming out tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, man, true, but I don't see it that way actually, because
Let me know how
if
you
you
see
think
it.
about it, Man of Steel still counts,
Yes.
and Batman versus Superman, even if that movie sucked, but it's still it's still in continuity, it still counts a little
Yes,
bit.
yes. I'm so sorry. Let me correct that. I'm not saying that the continuity isn't there. I'm saying the direction of the DCEU, including the atmosphere and the way that the characters are, since we're going to be getting recast of Batman and technically Deadshot. Like, a lot of the characters are being recasted. So, while the events might have counted, I'm saying the direction that where we've been and where we're going is not as heavily connected anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely, but if the question is if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
What do you think?
In some point it is a good thing because like people want all these people like let's talk about the Snyder cut. Snyder used to be the the head of the game over there. You know, he's the one who took that direction, that specific direction, and it didn't work. Like not for the fans, like not for the companies that put a lot of money in these
Sure,
movies.
sure.
And the 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 question for me is why people still want to, people like every place in Twitter and Facebook see like people saying for the Snyder cut, we want to see the Snyder cut. And after what he said, last day was like 2 days ago, or something like that. He said that he was talking about the Snyder cut and that it's done and stuff like that. And that was a point when when he was like breaking it down, like how his vision was
Yes.
going to be. And part of it was cool, and other part like was like 90% of it was stupid. Actually, if you heard about the fact that he wanted to make Martha, Superman's mother, the same as Batman's mother, like this they have the same mother, like that doesn't even make sense, like else in other stories or
That
Elseworld stories it
that
doesn't
couldn't
even make sense.
that couldn't make sense.
That
No,
couldn't
that
make
couldn't
sense.
make sense. All right, so
Like,
I think you've just made a fan. You made. I can tell that you're not a fan of the Snyder cut, but just as that. So what I'm saying, I think what you just said goes with what I'm saying because just as how Zack Snyder was leading the DCEU, and they decided, we don't want it going the way that he went, and they completely changed directions mid movie with Justice League, that is what I'm saying the whole universe is about to do. Like they have the opportunity now to completely change because that's what I'm saying. This recast, just like how they switched directors and tonally the whole thing changed. They're switching
yeah,
directors and actors now,
yeah,
and plus adding more movies, more new writer also, new writers. So with that, that's what I'm saying is now we have the opportunity for much change to the point where I feel like we're gonna get a whole new DCEU unlike what we haven't had before. And what I wanted to talk up to you about was what are some of the things that you think that we should get, could get, what would you like in this new DCEU?
well, if we count Wonder Woman and Aquaman,
Yeah, those aren't going anywhere.
those are like great movies. Like
Yes.
the plot and the way I see Shazam, like from the trailers and from everything that we've seen from, you know, that's basically from the Jeff Jones one. Like
Yes.
it's a kind of a copy to it, and it
Which they
shows
said that's where
us,
they're getting base they're getting the
yeah,
inspiration from.
yeah, but it shows us like for Captain Marvel, the movie, the last movie, why people weren't so, happy about it. Even the people who went to see it, it's because it it didn't pay any, respect or any attention to the source material, like the comics.
Not its original source, no. Not
Yeah,
not not old Captain Marvel, no.
and we see any comic book movie, like superhero movies, we see that they always, respect the source material. That's how, and that's why they make these big numbers, and a lot of people like them. And the way I see it, I think that right now the DCU is taking a great turn. Like it's a great place, a great time to be alive to see all these movies. Even if I was like hyped for to see a Cyborg movie or a Flash movie, which I think the phase that's going, we're not gonna get any of those
No,
anytime soon.
I have a feeling we'll get recasting on that too.
Yeah, because like Is Miller wants us to, is writing the script now, and I don't think it's I don't think it's going anywhere.
Nah.
But the other movie that like I really want to see was the Cyborg story, like from his origins and his everything that he's going through after the Justice League and the movie and stuff. That's one of the movies I really wanted to see. And but Shazam, the way it's with the way we seen in the trailers and stuff like that, it's gonna be a great movie. It's gonna be a game changer.
Yes. So Shazam definitely is. And so you're interested in a cyborg movie?
Yeah, man, I definitely want to see a Cyborg movie because Cyborg, like, he's even in comics, his evolution from the Teen Titans to the Justice League. He was a part of the Justice League, and even like
Still is. Yeah.
he's yeah he and his father is a part of the Justice League too. Because like when you see in the comics and stuff like that, anytime they have some kind of device that even the problem that
I want to
caused
say he's a part of it, but yeah, he's a big source to
like
them going to the Star
yeah,
Labs. Yeah.
anyone who in the DC universe that kid like what's his name, Constantine, to
Yes.
the same.
I okay. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. You're right. Just like how everyone in Marvel has had some
Yeah,
time on the Avengers,
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
in DC
DC
is
has
a part of the
something.
Justice League, one point or another. Okay.
Even the villains, man.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you think Cyborg would have an interesting story now? I could see that. Now, me personally, I mean like a Cyborg movie sounds cool. To me it's mostly going to be an origin movie, but I remember reading the Cyborg comic like 2015 and it was okay. Like based off of the comics, I've had a hard time handling Cyborg's transition into the Justice League. So as you're excited for a Cyborg movie, I'm like, I don't see where we're gonna get a trilogy out of this. Maybe one movie, yeah.
No, we can
And I mean,
yeah, it's difficult to get a trilogy out of it. We get an origin story, maybe can, like you said, but a trilogy, it's I don't know, but he's gonna be a part of the Justice League and he has a lot of stories with the Justice League, good
yes.
stories.
And to
But
me, I love
we
him as the Teen Titans, though. To me, he needs to be with
yeah, yeah,
Beast Boy. Even though I did read, even though I read him in the Teen Titans. To me, I mostly love him from the show. So that's where I want to see him. I always get a little when I see him in the Justice League because I really liked him with the Teen Titans. I like the original, not the full original, the new Teen Titans cast
yeah,
team roster. That's the team that I
yeah,
like.
definitely. And he's one in Odyssey. Have
Yes.
you read Justice
Yes,
League
yes,
Odyssey?
Justice League Odyssey, yeah.
It's
Yeah, and
good,
okay,
good.
so now these split teams, I think that's doing much better. I like the way they did that, having the different Justice League teams going at the same time. So I would say
Yeah,
now
man.
is a good time for the Justice League, which now is a good time with Cyborg on the Justice League because he's split more with people he fits with, and he's with Starfire, so go Teen Titans, you know?
But yeah, man, I guess I see the way I see it. I see that the DCEU is taking important changes, making important decisions and stuff like that, and
Yes.
taking a direction that most fans are happy for. Because, like, if Shazam is any big as Aquaman, it's gonna be like the third success,
And I think
and
it has a chance to be. Like
yeah,
Shazam looks
and
like a really good movie.
or even better, man, even better. Because like everyone, like the kids can watch it. It's not like this. It's not the same like as other movies. Like you can take other kids to watch it. I didn't watch it yet, so I can't
Yeah,
confirm
no,
that. But
it doesn't come out till tomorrow. Just some
the
people got
idea,
to see this early
yeah,
screening.
but the idea of a little kid who changed just by using this word Shazam, and he became a superhero. It's something that every kid want to do, to be just like him. That's how Shazam is more like he would probably make more success than the other movies, and hopefully, because like it's gonna be another transition in the future of the DCU.
Pretty
Yeah,
much. So yeah, so all right, so you told me about the Cyborg that you wanted, and also Shazam that's coming out tomorrow. So what do you think about Green Lantern?
Green Lantern Corp. Yeah, a Green Lantern movie. I don't think anyone is ready for that right now, because
What are
like
you talking about? I
he's
like Green Lantern.
I like Green Lantern too, but like think about it. Green Lantern Corp has the possibility to be the new Star Wars, just because the mythology, the stories about space and everything about it. It can be like something
I
bigger,
think
something
trying to
greater.
be the new Star Wars is going too far. Unless you're talking about the new version
No,
of Star Wars beating that, but I mean, if you're talking about classic Star Wars, that's a goal you don't even try to achieve. You just try to say
no,
it'll be the
of
new
course
Guardians
not.
of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it would be kind of not focusing on some. If you focus like on Hal Jordan and John and Kyle Wayner or stuff like you
Yeah,
have
Guy
to focus
Gardner.
on the
Just yeah,
char-
I get what you're
yeah.
saying.
If you get this bigger picture about the Lantern Corp in general, like you have the yellow, what is the red core? Have the violet right now. It's the new one. You have the white lanterns. You have so many,
Yes.
lanterns over there. It's full of lanterns over there, man.
Yeah. So you're saying the reason why Green Lantern core movie, not just Green Lantern, don't focus on just one of them, or maybe
Yeah,
introduce us to just one, but don't throw him on Earth with the Justice League. Make the Green
yeah, no,
Lanterns
no.
be about the Green Lantern core and them being out in space with different planets, different aliens, and fighting the Sinestro core, the Red Lantern core, and the different other colors of the spectrum. And I
Yeah,
mean, I wouldn't
definitely.
say Russian to white lantern though. That's something that you save.
Yeah, definitely. Because
I feel like that's
like
almost something you save until like something dire happens. Then you pull out the white lantern. Like you do black, or you could just do the blackest night story arc, brightest day story arc. Sorry.
yeah, vital state. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The what's the name of the? I forgot
By
the
Jeff
name.
Johns, another Jeff Johns.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because pretty much when you're trying to do DCEU, just pull out the something from the Jeff Johns
Jeff.
catalog, and that's what you do. All right. So another big one would be Batman. So gonna need a new actor to play Batman, and wow, I don't even know who I feel.
I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
Me too. I I'm gonna tell you this. Even if we get like last time with Ben Affleck, like the first time that it was announced to be the Batman, everyone was like, "Come on, we can do better." But he was like one of the best Batmans over there. Like he was the best Bruce Wayne, and he was the best Batman. He was
Really?
it was good. It was the good. He was the best thing in the Superman Batman versus Superman. He was the better thing in that movie. He was the
I
better
can't call
actor.
him the best Batman. I could say he might be.
I said one of the best. Like it was better than what we expected for him to be. Like everyone wasn't expecting him to be that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
But he was better than what we thought. He was good. He wasn't one of the he wasn't one of the best, but he was good. He was there.
Yeah, no, okay, no,
Uh,
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
and
I'm not saying he was bad. It's just
yeah,
to me he's not the best, and I just get mad thinking like, oh, kids growing up nowadays gonna think of Ben Affleck as the best Batman. It's like
definitely. But for
not the
me, I
best.
don't. There's and they still like that he's gonna appear in two DC movies, or even if he
I don't
said
even
that
see
he's
what's the point
not.
of doing that. Like, get rid of him. Like, I almost want to say Ezra Miller too, but that's not gonna happen. And Ezra Miller, it's not like I have a huge. Yeah, no, Ezra Miller too. While we're at it, but and I feel like this is the opportunity that they have to do that, to completely recast everyone who doesn't work. Gal Gadot, she works as Wonder Woman. Jason Momoa works. Shazam works. Keep those three. It's almost like you have a new Trinity now, right? Shazam, Aquaman,
Yeah.
and Wonder Woman. That is what who you're basing the DCEU off of, and then just build off of that. Like, get a new Superman, get a new Batman. They're getting a new Deadshot. Harley Quinn's not going anywhere because they also have now Birds of Prey, and they need to be having a
Yeah.
Gotham City Sirens movie also.
Yeah. I
So
heard.
a
I
lot
think
is coming.
I think
Go ahead.
he didn't like the Superman. What's his name? The actor.
Oh,
He
Henry
didn't like
Cavill,
Superman.
Superman.
Henry Cavill. Yeah.
No, no, I didn't like him as
I
Superman.
don't know.
Now I understand. I'm not gonna say he's not a bad actor, and I understand that that's the direction that they said Superman should go in. But
Yeah.
that's not even my biggest problem with him. Like, I don't feel like he respected the role enough. That's what it is. I don't feel like he wanted it bad enough. He got to be Superman, just like how Ben Affleck
Yeah.
got to be Batman. Like certain things, when they're so important to you, certain things don't get in the way. And I'm not talking about Ben Affleck with his alcoholism. I'm not gonna say that that's not a disease and it might be difficult to manage. That's not the part I'm talking about. But the fact that he wants out. When you get to be Batman, you don't just want out. Just like with Henry Cavill, when you get to be Superman, you shave the mustache. Simply put, you shave the mustache. So I'm like, if you can't tell Mission Impossible, like, I mean, which I'm happy for him for getting Mission Impossible, and like, hopefully that does his career good. But like, to me, when you're Superman, that's the highlight of your career. Which, and I guess if that's
he
not
was
what he wants, then you know,
he
I'm
was
glad he
actually
made the
good in Mission
decision.
Impossible.
Huh? Say that again.
But I don't know. Yeah, like you said, I don't know if he wanted to be Superman.
That's my thing. Yeah, I just don't think he wanted it. I don't think Batman and Superman wanted those roles bad enough. And I'm like, those are huge roles. You when you get that role, you devote your life to that role. But anyway, so we got new Batman, new Superman gonna be coming out.
That's
Go ahead.
neither.
Yeah. So a lot is gonna come with the DCEU. And there's a great chance the tone of all of those movies are gonna be very different from what we've seen before, and I'm excited and looking forward to that.
The other one is Deadshot. Like Deadshot is out now,
Yeah,
and
Will Smith not gonna be Deadshot anymore. Seems like they're gonna put Idris Elba in it. And as much as I like Idris, Deadshot?
I wanted him to be Green Lantern, man. I
Exactly.
wanted,
Idris
I
could be
wanted him
John
so
Stewart
bad,
so bad. That's why I'm like, Deadshot though? Like, Idris
man.
for real, Deadshot? Tell them to pull out John Stewart. Now, I understand their apprehension for Green Lantern because of the whole Hal Jordan, Ryan Reynolds doing Hal Jordan, but so much time has passed. Like, forget Hal Jordan, because doing Hal Jordan just means you have to do a origin story. You start with John Stewart and just assume Hal Jordan is out there. That cuts back the whole need in an origin story, and you can have Idris playing John Stewart, which I think would work.
Yeah, I don't think it would work, man.
Yeah, putting him as Deadshot, I think, is a big mistake.
One
Actually,
is that who's gonna be Hal Jordan? Who's gonna be John Stewart? I mean, like if
oh, Idris shouldn't have
Idris
been John
Alba,
Stewart. No, no, I'm sorry, John Stewart. Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I was thinking Sean
if
Jones, Martian Manhunter. Sorry.
yeah,
Um, but who could play Idris? I mean, I've seen a while ago like fan art of Tyrese playing Jon Stewart, and I'm like, nah, it should be Idris.
Yeah, man.
That's who it should be.
Now it's gonna be hard to to cast someone that people. I mean, now that he's in with Scott,
I'm sorry, say that again.
watch it and stuff like that. Like now, there's that he's in Suicide Squad. Everyone is gonna be there to see how he is in Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah,
But as
Suicide Squad
Deadshot,
2 is gonna do good. It's going to. The huge change
what
is
you
what it
know,
needs. Whether or not it's a good change or a bad change, the change is gonna spike interest all over again.
definitely That's what I'm trying to say, man. And I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, I don't know
Thing about
why I feel like
Green
I'm
Lantern
losing
Corp
you. I feel
is,
like we're cutting in and out now.
huh?
No, speak now, speak now. You're good, you're good, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was saying that the problem now with the Lantern Corp, it's so big. Like there's Hal Jordan, Al Wayner, and John Stewart, and it's difficult. Plus the fourth one, who am I missing?
Guy
I'm
Gardner.
missing the Guy Gardner,
Yes.
and if that's the question, who's gonna play those guys? Plus, if you're talking to put like the Sinestro couple, who's gonna be in, who's gonna play Sinestro?
Oh, the Jimmy no, the guy who played Sinestro in the first Green Lantern movie, the guy from Kingsman, that guy has to
He's
be Sinestro. Sinestro.
but he's the new villain in Shazam, man.
Which that worked too.
Like, he's like
Man. Alright, so this conversation started with me all happy and hopeful with the DCEU talking about the new direction they're gonna go in. Nothing's gonna be like how it was. They're making a hard right turn, making everything right, and now I'm like, they messed up their casting. At least the
well,
stories will be
actually,
good. At least the at least the stories will be bright, fun, and
but there's still that guy who played the surfer. Remember that guy? I don't remember his name.
Nah, I don't remember who played Silver Surfer.
Well, he used to be used a lot costume. I don't remember his like. There was a documentary about him, stuff like that. He played a lot of characters, and one of them was Silver Surfer, and it was bad in that movie. I don't think he was bad. If you remember the movie, the Fantastic Four movie, he wasn't bad.
No, but I mean Silver. I don't think Silver Surfer
Yo,
had
can
much
hear
of
you.
a. Silver Surfer didn't have much of a role, though, in that Fantastic Four 2 movie. But or Rise of the Silver Surfer. Like, I mean, he was good. Like, I'm not saying anything against him, but I'm having a hard time remembering right now. Yeah, no, I'm having a hard time remembering. But anyway, I'll just take your word for it. He's probably dancing on the screen right now as I speak, and I just can't remember it as I'm saying it. But
And you villain. So who are you gonna choose? Who's up to you? Who are you gonna choose?
mm, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the best at fan casting. I'm not. Except for all I know is when I hear something that sounds great, like the guy playing Sinestro who played him before, playing him again, Idris Elba being John Stewart, definitely. Yeah, those are two good ones. Everything else I'm not sure about.
What if they put Will Smith join?
What if they put Will Smith in nothing? I ain't even hear what she said, but no. Will Smith doesn't need to be a superhero right now. Will Smith's got his own thing going. He's good. He's good.
Elseworld story.
No.
How about the Joker movie? Since I just mentioned Elseworld stories. How
Ah,
about that Joker movie, man?
okay. So, see, that's the DCU all being different and whatnot. That they're even doing Elseworlds movies, which to me sounds pretty much like them giving up on trying to have a collected universe. They're like, you know, just a bunch of random little Elseworld stories because that's what's worked for them before. Because technically, every movie that they put out was not related to the other one. None of the Batman movies connected with each other. The Catwoman movie didn't. So, you know, nothing they've done. The Superman movie, none of them have connected until the DCEU, and that's when Warner Brothers seems to be going down. So that's to me what I feel like when I hear about this Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. Seems like their attempt to say, you know what, let's stop trying to be like Marvel and have an MCU. But how about that movie? Back to answer your question, what do I think of it? Not hopeful. Not hopeful. Um, it's not a bad idea, but it better be just a one shot movie, not a trilogy. Cause Joker to me is he's hot, but he's too played out. Like I'm liking the Batman Who Laughs. I guess I'm talking to myself right now. Hold on, let me see if I can get him back. You know, guys, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get him back, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to wrap things up here. So I want to thank you guys for. All right, so let me go ahead and wrap things up here. All right, so let me go ahead and wrap things up here. It seems like we got disconnected. So just to recap what we spoke about, we talked about the DCEU and the big change that it's being able to make now with the opportunity that it has with a lot of changes going on in the cast, characters, directors, and writers. And I'm very excited. I'm hopeful for it. Let me not say very excited. I was very excited until I thought more about their casting decisions. But besides that, I like the DCU and the direction and the opportunities that it has because Aquaman was great, Shazam was great, and I'm pretty sure Wonder Woman 2 will be too. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below as far as your thoughts on the future of the DCEU. And if you're watching this way later, let me know what happened. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and for joining me and King on this. There's links to his video, his channel in the description below, so go ahead and check him out. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Until next time, Brian out. That's it.